Guys, I want your opinions down in the comments. Let me know what in the F is happening in our country right now. So a couple topics I wanted to cover, guys, and really I want your guys' opinion on it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm always honest with you. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know about this flu anymore, guys. My family and I have been on lockdown probably longer, I would challenge, than just about anybody in this country. We basically quarantined ourselves back in January. I'm not sure that I even needed to do it. It seems to me that as this thing has progressed, the severity of this virus is being hyped up. The numbers are being fudged, and even with fudging the numbers, they don't warrant the lockdown and the shutdown of the economy. They don't warrant the just egregious violations of people's rights. It makes no sense. So I'm looking at it wondering and still just trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. Should we be quarantined? Should we not? I certainly do not agree that the shutdown of the economy is worth it. And to be honest with you, I don't think that I would agree that the shutdown of the economy would be worth it, even if the numbers were pretty staggering. Because when you take away people's free choice, you're stepping on their rights. So if people want to stay home like we did, before it was even a mandate, before it was even an order from the governor, we chose to stay home because we felt that's what was best for our family. I don't think, even if the numbers were ridiculous, the right thing to do is to tell people to stay home and shut down their businesses, because clearly the government is picking and choosing who gets to have a livelihood and who does not get to have a livelihood. Now, I get to work from home. Shelby's job, she could work from home, but has suffered because of what is taking place. And our lifestyle allows us to not be as heavily affected monetarily as many of you guys. And one thing I would never do is be sitting back making money from home and then be telling everybody else, you need to be quarantined, while safely collecting a paycheck. That's just wrong to do. It's hypocritical and it's wrong to do. So before any of you pass judgment and tell people, you need to be staying home, you need to be staying home, you better check yourself and check your bank account. Because if you've got some kind of a check coming in, some kind of money coming in, you have no right to tell people to stay at home. People are losing everything. They are seeing that they are going to lose everything. Okay? There's people that are already going to food lines to get food for their families, and we are 1 month in without a paycheck. When we go to 2 months in without a paycheck, more people who had money stuck away in their savings account are going to be thinking the same thing. What do I do to secure food? Demanding that people stop going and earning a livelihood, stop earning a paycheck based off of what the government deems as essential or not is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Because what that's doing is it's now forcing all of those people to rely on the government to pay their bills. So this is kind of what the whole point of the video was today, guys, is there's talks of paychecks just getting sent out. We're just going to send everyone X amount of dollars every month for, for the duration of whatever this thing is. There's talks and proposals of, we're just going to suspend mortgages and rent until this thing blows over. That's a slippery slope, okay? To rely on government to pay your bills or to cease paying your bills, for one, if you're not paying your rent, your landlord is not making the money that they need to make. So by relying on government to make those decisions, somebody has the boot on their neck. Somebody is tasting that tyranny somewhere. It's affecting their lives, okay? We can't be a free society with government having their boot on someone's neck. And just because it's working out for you doesn't make it okay that it's not working out for somebody else. People don't deserve to lose their homes. People don't deserve to go hungry who are willing to get off their ass and go to work and earn paychecks. It's not right. It's certainly not the American way, and the numbers do not justify it at all. Asking people to not go out, asking people to do the right thing, that's different. Asking people to stay at home if they can, or to minimize contact with people, that's different. Because here's the thing, some people are gonna do it, and some people aren't, and that'll work itself out. But you don't imply a dictatorship to make that happen. Guys, if you are familiar with the way, if anyone doesn't understand the way that Hitler was able to take over, he manipulated the people into granting him extra powers to be able to make decisions without running it through the policy of government, or the procedures of government. Okay, he got everyone to vote in extra powers for him to just make those decisions. That's what we're seeing right now with these governors. The same thing. That's a dangerous philosophy. You don't just say, oh, well, it's a dangerous situation out there, so you go ahead and be in charge. We don't just undo government in this country. It's not the way our country works. It's not the way our country was founded. And the reason it was founded that way is because we'd already seen what it's like to have a dictatorship. That's what living under tyranny is. Why are we so stupid to push for that kind of doctrine right now while this is taking place? And the answer is because people forgot history. Because all you people who are sitting here saying, oh, the governor's got our best interest at heart, let's give him that power, you just got that bootlicker mentality. You forgot history, or you never learned it. You're just ignorant to how a takeover happens, how those powers are taken. You can go and look at the Nazis. Everyone acts like, oh, the Nazis just sort of were in place, and all of a sudden, go study history. Right? You create an issue, right? The takeover of Germany, right? The starvation of Germans by the Jewish people. You take an issue, okay? A virus sweeping the world, devastating the world, right? Then you get people scared, and then you give yourself the powers. Then you get people to give you the power to make decisions. And what happens when those decisions come down the line? They take your guns away. They tell you you can't go out and assemble. They tell you can't travel freely. Guys, it's already been done before. It's right out of the Nazi playbook. It's right out of the dictatorships that have come and gone in the past. Already, it's already been done. And we're just sitting here. We're just sitting here watching it take place. And some of you are even saying it's okay to do. It's okay, it's the law, right? We watched that mom get arrested down in Meridian, Idaho. She got arrested for challenging this police officer, and she was challenging this police officer in a very civil manner anyway. Okay, oh, the park is closed. That's public property, funded by us. We paid for that. Taxpayers paid for that. Taxpayers pay your salary to do your job, which is to honor the Constitution, right? You took an oath to that. Which means what? That is our park. That's the people's park. It's not closed for maintenance, guys. It's shut down for control. It's not like they had to fix something because it was broken. They're using it to suppress everybody, to suppress your ability to assemble. They're doing it to suppress your ability to travel. You shut down a park, and the common sense factor is missing on this one. They are allowed to be at the park, but they weren't allowed to play on the playground. Anyone? Is anybody paying attention? These idiots who are coming up with these rules to keep us safe, It defies common sense. You can't go into Costco because if you congregate inside too close, you're at risk. What do? Create giant lines of people to congregate outside. Is anybody paying attention? Anybody watching? And for those of you who are still continuing to call for the rights of people to be taken away, you are part of the problem. You are absolutely the problem. We do not, under any circumstances, give up our rights and liberties for anything whatsoever in this country. You are part of the problem because you refuse to understand history. So what do we see coming down the line, guys? Reliance on government. For those of you who do not practice any self-reliance, and I told you in the beginning, I told you would walk right into their vaccine. You would walk right into their vaccine willingly and take it. Because when you're hungry, you're going to do whatever you're told to do. You're going to do whatever it takes to feed yourself because you practice zero self-reliance. So we're looking at reliance on the government. So what are we getting for that, guys? Oh, they're going to pay us. They're going to send us money. Hell yeah, fantastic. Bunch of money at the mailbox every month. All right. No mortgage, no rent. All right. You think that's a good idea? You're part of the problem. Government paying your bills makes no sense, guys. The government doesn't make money. We give them money. They take it from us. So the government paying your bills means that somebody else is paying your bills. And I know some people don't give a shit. They're like, right on, cool, go for it. But when the government forces us into those situations where we're reliant on them because they tell us we cannot go out and work and we are not supposed to travel, that's a huge issue. These are all flashing lights, warning lights that we are just walking past. Warning, don't go past this point. And we just look at the light while we're going past. Ooh, what's going on over here? So how does this work, guys? How does the payment plan work? And this is the freaking kicker. I hope you're still watching this thing. This is the kicker. How does the payment plan work? Oh, well, it's being talked about that we just get these microchips put into our hand and then we can just pay for everything. The government can just transfer it right to our hands and then we can pay for everything. And that is the way you'll just have to do stuff from now on, right? The new and improved way of banking, the new monetary system, because they're going to do away with the crashing dollar because it's been crashing and our economy is going to tank. And so they need to come up with a new system and make it sound cool, right? So the government puts a chip in you. You do all your banking through this chip. You guys can go and look, and I'll put a link down in the description below, but Microsoft just filed for a patent for this technology using the human body for cryptocurrency, okay? And for all of you who think this is a freaking sci-fi movie, it sounds like it. Think it's crazy? Go check out the link and you can see the file, the patent that's been filed, okay? The patent number is WO 2020 060606. For any of you who have ever picked up a Bible and understand that the number of 666 biblically is the mark of the beast, and in the book of Revelations talks about the mark of the beast will be taken on the hand and the head. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a microchip that goes in your hand. The patent number has 666 in it. Is anybody paying attention? Oh, it's not true, Chad. That's a conspiracy. Go look at the patent number. Links in the description below. Go look at it. They're not even hiding it. We don't study history, and we've forgotten the Word of God. Welcome to America.